Thanks, Rob. Looks like they'll be good for another 60 years. Have you ever thought about what you'll do when you retire? Maybe fish, travel, take up a new hobby? Well, none of the above appeal to the couple you're about to meet. As Teresa Bush discovered, their idea of a perfect retirement was running a 110-year-old hotel.
Sharon McComb loves to cook, especially breakfast, and especially for others. And her husband, Bob,
coffee?
Just a little, thank you.
Likes to serve the food his wife cooks. And that's a winning combination for this couple because they run the only bed and breakfast in Watertown in eastern Wilson County. They've been welcoming people into their home since 1991.
We had talked for a long time about doing either a retreat center or a campground or a resort or something like that. And I read an article in the Tennessean about a couple that had taken an old railroad hotel, I believe it was in Arkansas, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And turned it into a bed and breakfast. And I said, that's what I want to do.
That was in December of 1988. Then the two embarked on a mission to find an old hotel.
When we bought this, the kids, except our youngest, was still in high school, but the others were all in college. And so we called them and said, guess what we bought? And they guessed a new car, a new stereo system, and I said, no, an old hotel. An old hotel? Where? Watertown. Watertown?
The house has a very rich history that began in 1898 when a banker built the two-story house on Depot Street. His family occupied it until 1912. Then from that time till nearly 1940, it was a hotel serving folks who came in on the train. Then for the next 45 years, it was a boarding house.
It sold at auction in 1985 for $20,000. So you can imagine what kind of condition it was in. The fella bought it, started working on it, and was going to convert it into apartments. And then his crew was not able to continue, so he put it up for sale.
It needed a whole lot of attention, but if you got any imagination, you could see the possibilities. I've always liked old buildings, high ceilings, the beaded sideboards, and the old original windows.
The McCombs say the remodeling took nearly 2 years to complete. They first worked on their living quarters and then worked on the rest of the house.
We were able to keep it like it was originally and upgrade from there. So everything you see is new, the walls, ceilings, floor, plumbing, electric, that's all new since but the basic structure, the windows and the doors are all like they always was. And of course now we're on the historic register, and those folks like for you to keep things as original as possible.
The house had 8 bedrooms when the McCombs bought it. They decided, though, their guests would most likely enjoy larger rooms, so they created 5 bedrooms.
We got different types of rooms for lots of people.
And they're all named after places the couple has lived.
We've got the Van Wert room. I grew up in Van Wert, Ohio. So it's got a queen-size bed and an old-timey bathroom. Like they used to have in hotels with just the potty screen. So it's got, and about a 6-foot claw-footed tub, queen-size bed, desk, a couple of chairs, so you can be comfortable.
Beside that is the Augusta room. It's the same style, but a smaller room, and it has a short tub, so you kind of wash one end at a time in that tub.
No, you sit there and read in the tub. And then the next room is the Billings room. Lived in Billings, Montana. And it's got a queen bed plus a day bed and a trundle and a large bath with the jacuzzi.
And Tennessee Suite is a 3-room arrangement, a bedroom done in wicker, a sitting room with a game table, and then it has a bath with a jacuzzi for 2. It's used quite often for honeymoon suite and special occasions. Very popular room.
Every person who stays here at the Watertown Bed and Breakfast is asked to sign the McCombs guest book. These are very, very precious to them. It not only lets them know who stayed here and when and where they're from, but with every single entry, there's a memory.
But it's fun to read back over them and find out how many people you've met and who you remember, and you remember a bunch more than you think you would.
So far, the books have more than 4,000 names in them. The guests have come to the tiny town of Watertown from 41 states and 16 countries. The McCombs are hopeful to add thousands more in the years to come.
What do you want the guests to feel like when they're here?
Like they're our friends or part of our family, or people come as our customers and they leave as our friends.